Kaliyuga, according to Hindu cosmology, will be defined by so many things, such as decline in morality, increase in greedy nature of humans, cannibalism, artificial and unnatural things taking over the earth, human lifespan getting shorter, and so many negative things, people turning against each other, famine, poverty, violence, and all of that. It's March here in India, March 24th. Today, it has been raining for a couple of hours on and off. And it just got me thinking. There's a narrative going on that they are basically spraying all over the sky with some chemicals which will artificially form clouds, and they are supposed to send the sun rays back, which will eventually lead to the temperature of earth getting colder. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, all over India, I've been seeing a lot of clips, especially on social media. People are filming just these unnatural clouds forming all over the cities, be it west, south, east, or even north. It's everywhere. So this just got me thinking, are we actually living in Kali Yuga? Because, you know, if you connect the dots, a lot of things are actually being played out just like what they said in those Hindu scriptures. I'm not trying to preach Hinduism here. I'm not trying to preach any scripture book or any holy text here. I'm just saying, being born in a Hindu family myself, you do hear a lot of stories, and you can't overlook. And yeah, it just got me thinking that it might be true, because there are a lot of things which that book has written, or those many books have written, and it's all being played out currently right in front of us. It Some scripture, some book also mentions cannibalism is going to be a big part in Kali Yoga. And as we saw in the Epstein files, it actually is happening right in front of us. They are eating human flesh, they are drinking human blood, and all of that. It is also mentioned that people will lose their moral values. It's all gonna be about money and greed, and try to accumulate wealth with or without screwing other people over, which in fact is happening. A lot of big organizations, corporations, they are doing, I mean, I don't have to spell out every single thing here, but we see what is happening. Children being exploited for cheap labor by the big companies everywhere. Africa, you know, we all know what goes down in Africa. I mean, what a poor continent. And by poor, I don't mean poor in terms of money, sure, but they are being exploited to I don't know what extent. And then same thing you can see, just man, it's tough. cannibalism, and then greediness we see every single day. It also talks about the human lifespan getting shorter, and I think we are also seeing that people are barely living up to 70 or 80 these days. I'm talking about the recent years. People are dying much earlier. Extreme poverty, famine, man made disasters. I'm talking about the big C in 2020. So, all of this, it's just being played right in front of us. It's just an interesting thought. It just got me thinking whether are we actually living in Kaliyuga, because everything seems to be about materialism these days. The capitalistic mindset. Everyone's trying to achieve something, yet many of them aren't, always in a state of hunger, always in a state of hurry, not actually living like how we are supposed to. Families gone to hell, social bonding gone to hell, courtesy gone to hell. Everyone is rude, everyone is just on the edge. No, no sense of respect for other humans. That's just sad. And you see it every day. And one might argue that, you see things as how you are. But yeah, sure, I get it. But you can't ignore this part of the world as well. Sure, you can try and be positive and try and look for only positive things. I've done that. But when you go out in places such as India, you tend to see how the population is behaving. You can be detached with that scenario and still make that observation, and that's what I'm doing. So this just got me thinking, are we actually living in Kali Yuga? What do you guys think? Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Let's see.